Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Tom Rofrano from the Natural Medicine Clinic in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And today I'm going to talk about healing adrenal fatigue, step 4, with supplements. So if you missed the prior few videos, we talked about what is adrenal fatigue and then also what you can do to start healing it. So we had mentioned, number 1, getting proper sleep, getting to bed on time, 2, proper exercise, and 3 is the proper diet. So basically, just to give you a rundown of what adrenal fatigue is, if over time what happens, if you're under a lot of stress and your adrenal glands are those glands responsible for secreting stress hormones, amongst other things. So what happens over time, your adrenals can get kind of overworked, worn out, and you can develop symptoms of chronic fatigue, lack of focus, insomnia, irritability, just really feeling run down, difficulty sleeping, waking up throughout the night, dizziness, low blood pressure, immune system issues, allergies. It just goes on and on and on. So there are there's a number of steps you can do to help heal this, and again, we covered 3 of them in prior videos, so this is a 4th thing you can do to start healing adrenal fatigue issues and start feeling better. So as far as, let me just go down here. As far as supplements go, it's important to realize that there are different types of adrenal fatigue. And if you go to a health food store and you'll see an aisle of adrenal supplements, you might see 10 or 20 or more supplements just for the adrenal glands. I mean, that's how common it is. It's important to realize, though, there are different types. One, for instance, is if your cortisol level, which is considered the stress hormone, initially your cortisol levels can be too high just from being exposed to, again, too much stress, and your cortisol levels remain high, and there's a certain type of supplement for that. And on the other hand, there's another type of adrenal fatigue where after this has been going on for a while, your cortisol levels then drops too low and it stays low and really gives you this level of exhaustion. So when patients come into our clinic, we have them fill out a questionnaire and get some information that way. In our evaluation process, we can help determine that, and also most importantly, lab testing can help determine what level, what phase of adrenal fatigue you're in. Just to give an example, like on our questionnaire, some of the low adrenal symptoms are can't stay asleep, you crave salt, slow starter in the morning, afternoon fatigue, dizziness when standing up quickly, afternoon headaches, headaches with exertion or stress, weak nails, and also if you exercise and feel worse or more exhausted afterwards, that's a sign of adrenal fatigue, consistently low cortisol levels. And on the other hand, on this questionnaire, when people fill out in the office here to indicate high adrenals, can't fall asleep, they're just laying awake, they just can't fall asleep, perspire easily under a high amount of stress, gain weight when under stress, wake up tired even after having 6 or more hours of sleep, and then perspiration even with very little to no activity. So, and there are signs that we use in the examination. For instance, low blood pressure is a common sign of adrenal fatigue, especially low cortisol. So this is important because when you just don't want to buy any supplement. And what we use after we get test results back and to see what stage someone is in, we use different products. For instance, this cortisol quencher is a product. Obviously, if someone has high cortisol, this helps dampen it and keep that at a healthy level to allow you to get better. There's various herbs in it to help do that, various adaptogenic herbs. And then there's another product we use called Adrenal Support that has adaptogenic herbs in it that help with consistently low cortisol. And then DHEA is an actual hormone. So a lot of people with adrenal fatigue issues have low DHEA levels. So one option is to actually take DHEA, and that can help get your levels up to normal. However, if you just go out and buy DHEA and your levels aren't low, that can cause a lot of problems. I mean, DHEA is an actual hormone. So if you go to a health food store or somewhere else and get DHEA online and say you don't even need it, say your levels are normal and you start taking DHEA, well, you can develop significant side effects. Like for women, you can develop facial hair or severe acne. I mean, it can cause some real significant issues. It would be like taking thyroid hormone when you don't need it. And also, when we get results back and someone is low in DHA, we start them at a very low dose, say, like for women, commonly 10 milligrams. Whereas you can go to the store and buy 50 milligram supplements or 75 milligrams. It's just, in my experience, way too much. Another thing is, even when someone is low in DHEA, sometimes we don't even use DHEA, we use other things first between the diet and other supplements to help strengthen and balance before we even get into that. So a young woman in her 20s came in, and her main complaint was anxiety. She was having really severe anxiety, anxiety attacks, also depression. She was having insomnia. She just laying in bed, staring at the ceiling for hours, just not able to fall asleep. She had digestive problems, skin problems, irritability, mood swings, just very angry. So she, instead of taking the recommended antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications, and digestive medications, because she had a lot of digestive problems as well. I mean, she was just that plus many other symptoms on top of that. So after doing an evaluation, some lab testing, it turns out one of the things that came up was her cortisol level was really high, twice as high as it should have been, and her DHEA was very low, which is very common in that type of adrenal fatigue. So after going over the steps that we talked about, for instance, she was actually even going to bed too late. She wasn't exercising at all. Her diet was not good at all. She was skipping breakfast. And we talked about in a prior video that fasting just doesn't work for adrenal fatigue. Wasn't taking any supplements at all. So we addressed all these issues. Got her on the proper diet, the free diet I mentioned, which is our proprietary diet that removes high allergy and inflammatory foods to really reduce stress on your system. The supplements, I put her on a regime of supplements, including the cortisol quencher. Didn't even use DHEA, even though her levels were low, because I thought these other, between diet and the other supplements, would help take care of that. So when we did a follow-up lab testing at 4 weeks, her cortisol level dropped in half. So it went from approximately 29 to 14. And that was within 4 weeks. And her DHEA went up by 50% to normal, went up 50 points, just to completely normal levels. And by that point, just within 4 weeks, her anxiety was significantly less, which was the main reason why she came in. And then over the next 2 months, when we did follow-up lab testing at the 3-month point, all of her symptoms, every single one, had cleared up. And that includes, she was sleeping better, sleeping through the night. She had really, really good energy. Her skin had cleared up. She had much better focus and concentration. The anxiety and depression both had cleared up. No more irritability or mood swings. Her skin had cleared up. And the exception was that if she ate certain foods, then at that point, her skin, the bumps on her skin would come back, acne would come back, her itchy skin would come back, and also she would notice immediate weight gain, fatigue, and digestive issues. So that's part of the free diet. Is in phase 1, we're eliminating all these foods that are most commonly responsible for these chronic health issues. And in phase 2, we start adding foods back one at a time so you can have an idea of what's causing the problem. So that was interesting, that all of her symptoms by 3 months had cleared up, and only if she ate these certain foods would they come back. So that was really great outcome. Again, she followed the 4 steps we had talked about, which was getting proper sleep, proper exercise, diet and supplements, and also lifestyle changes, which is the 5th thing we're going to talk about next. And within 3 months, all of these things had cleared up. So it is certainly possible to get better without having to necessarily take a medication for this and medication for that, and being on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different medications for every symptom that you have. So like I said, it certainly is possible to get better. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them here. And I would suggest going to our website. So naturalmedicineformulas.com is our product site. And if you click on a link there, that has on top under products, it has Adrenal thyroid formula. So that explains a lot of these products in more detail, so you can get a better idea of which ones might be appropriate. And if you need any help with anything, feel free to reach out to us. You can opt in on our website on the naturalmedicineformulas.com or nmcwellness.com, and we'd be happy to send you some regular health information to keep you updated. So thanks for joining me today, and look forward to speaking to you next time. Thanks very much.